I should have won trainer of the year, bro. And it's like I was bittersweet that you won because I was like, damn, like, bro, that's the homie. Like,
Uh-huh.
I'm happy that he won, but it's like I felt like I fucking improved 10 times, like
Right.
tenfold.
Right.
I'm like, I went from this to this all within 1 year. But it's like you also went from this to this
Right.
in fucking 1 year.
Yeah, we
So
all
it's
did,
like,
man.
shit. It's damn near like the stock market. It's like shit. Tesla been doing numbers. Bitcoin been doing numbers.
Right.
But it's like which one had the greatest percent of growth within this certain time period?
Sure.
And it's like, all right, bro, you got it, bro. Fucking Bitcoin is it. You got it. Like, all
Right.
right, you win. Like,
Or
fuck it.
even like, or even it's kind of like a human thing where it's a new thing on the block, right? Like, think of it like Tesla. Tesla's been improving for the past 4 years, and then let's say a new electric car company comes in called
And just
Solaria or Solaray or something like that, and then they improve just as much or similar to that first year, but since they're new on the block, everybody's like, "Oh shit, Solaray's gonna come!" Like, you know what I mean?
the
It's like,
stock of the decade. Yeah,
yeah,
like yeah, bro. I was salty. I was salty. I was like, bro, I was hurt. I was like, damn, I thought I was gonna win back to back.
I thought that was because they forgot you because they forgot to. I remember they like handed everybody
Oh,
like
they
the
did. They
yeah.
did forget me.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
handed
they
everybody
did
like
forget.
their like plaque or picture, and then they circle back. They're like, "Oh yeah, we have one more, Eddie Reed." That's when you were like, "It's been real."
Yeah, I was pissed. I was like, bro, nah, fuck y'all, bro. See, all right, so you was talking about the performance thing, but the thing is, I haven't even spent that money yet because it's like I was being proactive in terms of looking for a facility to train my clients, seeing as how I train some of them. I can't get up. I train some of them like at like local parks and shit. I train other clients virtually, and then my other clients I go to them.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of advertising, I need like a central location to where like people can begin to inquire about my services through Google,
Mm-hmm.
and I can leave reviews like, "Hey, I'm training at this facility." So now people can come in, "Hey, I'm looking for Eddie. Hey, I'm looking," because it's like I don't have as much visibility doing the "I come to you" or we do virtual.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, like I'm just thinking, I'm like, fuck, bro, how do I not lose the in-person clients that I train at the park, knowing it's about to get hot as fuck in like two
Yeah,
weeks?
that's
It's
true.
like, all right, let me at least give them an option.
Yeah,
But it's like, just looking at these facilities, it was nothing about them that had my money screaming, spend me, spend me, spend me.
mm-hmm.
And I was just like, yeah, fuck it.
Why is
So
that?
like,
What was that in particular?
bro, I just think I'm bougie, fam. I just think I'm bougie. It's like
Mm-hmm.
shit. When
High
you
expectations.
surrounded, when you surrounded by the best of the best, how do you accept subpar?
You don't.
You don't see, and that's the thing for people who are used to subpar, they're cool with average. Average is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to spend $400 on this. I'm like, bro, this shit ain't worth $400 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I might as well open my own shit for $400 a month.
Right.
Shit, you come pay me rent. Like,
Right.
so I was like, okay, nah, this ain't it.
Do you,
But, huh?
do you think that's what it's going to eventually?
I mean, I see a lot of people opening private gyms, but,
Sure.
but I think it's kind of the same as like these corporate gyms. Like people are coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Nobody stays one place for too long. And that's because one, I guess it has to be the culture. And then two, it has to be shit management, honestly. I don't think everybody's fit to manage other people.
Yep.
Like people may be used to managing their circumstances, but when it comes to managing circumstances for the collective, I don't think they're qualified enough
Sure.
to do it at the level that I'm looking for.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because it's like, hmm?
I was gonna say, yeah, it's like the difference between a manager and a leader, and then almost like a,
Absolutely.
yeah, right, and then like someone that is like a director. Like, do they just want to direct? Do they want to manage? Do they want to lead? Right, all those have different connotations, and it's. I think I agree totally, and that's something that I'm still learning is where it's what makes the difference in between a true leader, a true person that's a guide, a mentor, versus someone that just is gonna manage.
Yeah, see, so speaking to that, Jared, Zach, Josh, they were all directors. Like they knew how to lead the leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's what you're a qualified director, somebody who can lead leaders.
Right.
And then a leader, somebody who can lead followers.
Right.
And then a manager, I guess that's just somebody who can just manage followers.
They manage. Yeah, they manage the area. They manage to make sure everything is going smooth. Which I think I don't know if it's like a bad term. To me, it's like the term that rings more true is being a leader, is being a director rather than a manager. Because like I don't want to manage something, I want to lead something. Like if manage to me makes it seem like, oh, I'm just gonna let it stay where it's at and like make sure it's maintenance. But like I'm not here to manage,
Mm,
I'm here to lead, I'm here to go up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I want to leave it better than how I found it.
right.
Always. And see, that's the thing, bro, because it's like when I was looking at a lot of these facilities, I'm like, bro, I spent more money on myself in terms of increasing my own value than they did on these facilities and the equipment that they got.
Mm-hmm.
Like I expect, like if you getting fucking $400 a month, if you getting this, if you getting that, I expect you to have like top of the top equipment. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have to have a lot, but you just have to show that, hey, this is the type of service that we provide. This is how we want to. These are the tools that we want to provide our tools,men, our utility people with. I say utility people. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. Yeah, but we these are the tools that
The
we want to
people
give you to
providing
be
the
successful,
service.
bro.
Right.
Yeah, like bro, I shouldn't see no goddamn $200 squat rack,
Yeah, nah.
4,000, $5,000 just off a trainer grossing facility.
Right.
Like, bro, I got adjustable dumbbells. I spent like $1,000 on them shits.
Right.
For a full rack of dumbbells from 5 to 100 pounds, it's like $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's not that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's an investment.
Yep.
So it's like if you can't make that type of investment in your facility, it's like, what the fuck am I paying you for? Space?
Yeah.
No, it's like, come on, bro. It's space everywhere. And then it's like, I just think that you should have certain essentials, bro. I think having open floor space is like the most important thing you can have in a facility.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how some of these facilities try to clutter everything together. Like, oh, let me get this machine and this machine and this machine. When it's like, if you really know what you're doing, you understand that you don't need all of that shit to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
But you do need these necessities. You do need a few squat racks, a few benches, at least a fucking full set of dumbbells, a full set
Sure.
of bumper plates.
Sure.
Should get you some mini bands, maybe get you a sled or two, a few
Kettlebell.
medicine balls, yeah, a few kettlebells and bam. But it's like they spending 10,000 on this machine.
Right.
It's like it's not money well spent.
Right. I agree. Utilizing the foundations, and this brings. Well, I love that point because this makes me think of life too. Right? It's like mastering the basics. Kobe, he said that, where it's you get the basic equipment and you master it, and what that means in that sense is getting the top of the line, very well designed equipment that can be very well executed.
It's
Well,
versatile.
versatile, right? Kettlebell, the dumbbell, the bench, the med ball, the racks, all the above. And it's the same thing, right? It's mastering the basics and not going crazy and buying that $10,000 treadmill or like for instance, I met up with Kelly Selman a while back because she's here
So
in
dope.
Colorado too,
Yeah,
and
she's at
she's at
is
that
it
the Hibble or something.
Centra?
Yeah,
Oh,
Centura
sure.
Health. Yeah,
Yeah,
Centura Health.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So she does very similar to me, just another hospital down in Colorado Springs, which is south of me, and she's brought me in her facility, and it's one of those things, man, where it's like they have space, which is great. I think it was there are things that are well designed, and it's a learning opportunity because there are things that again we would probably do different. They had these like they had these two huge treadmills, probably 8 feet in width, and then
Feet in
in
width,
width, 8 feet in width at least,
bro.
maybe even
Like,
10
how
feet,
many
bro.
people are you putting on that? Like five people to a treadmill
They're
and
trying to
shit. Like
run,
they,
yeah, they're trying to run a meet, bro, a meet on
I'm
the
saying
treadmill.
they doing relock handoffs on that thing.
So
Like,
they had two treadmills that were 8 feet wide, and then like probably I'd say like a 15 to 18 feet long. So huge, ginormous, and they had two of them lined up right next to each other. And I don't remember if
whoa, pause. You said 15 to 18 feet long,
long,
bro.
huge,
Are you doing broad jump and triple jump on
for
this shit?
real.
18-foot long treadmill.
Long, and then like 8 to 10 feet wide.
That's like the size of an apartment, bro.
Bro, they were huge. They were, and that was just, bro, get ready. There's more. So my point is, they had those
Oh,
two.
you said it's more.
Yeah, they had those two treadmills right by the. They have a little indoor track, just a straightaway. I think it's like 60
Okay.
meters, and that's to the point, man. I don't remember what was special about them. Something about tracking foot ground contact time or something, which is that can be useful. But even then, it's like you're taking up so much space. And then she was telling me with the kids that they work with, they're like, we don't ever use these. They're like, they're just here to look cool. Like the hospital staff brought them in because it's a selling point. Oh, we have these $30,000 treadmills. Oh yeah, by the way, they had this huge computer hooked up to it in the middle that took up a bunch of space. And it's
Just
just
a
like,
selling feature.
what is the actual use of this, and what is uh, the efficiency level going to be? It's not going
Saying
to be very.
30,000, bro. That could be a whole nother staff member.
Mm-hmm,
More help for your team.
mm-hmm.
More value provided to your clientele. Like,
Right. But I
yeah,
had this other treadmill that was this was different. I'd never seen it. It was in the ground, so it's not external. It was actually in the ground, and it was essentially a belt. And it's right by the track, and there's these rails, and they have it for people in wheelchairs, like Paralympic, like
oh,
athletes. Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. But this thing was huge, bro. It was like at least, if I remember, probably like 25 to 28 feet in width, and then it wasn't that long. It was like 10 feet long. So it was like a huge rectangle, or yeah, rectangle.
dope.
But my whole point is in bringing that up was just, yeah, it's like I'm learning that too, is really mastering the basics, not only in life, but even in facility design, right? You don't have to have this crazy elaborate design. And even where I'm at, the weight room it's definitely not terribly designed, but there are a lot of bottlenecks. There are a lot of places where people get stuck or equipment gets really stuck just because of there's too much going on in one spot, right? And I also
Hmm.
feel like, funny enough, that does translate to life. It's like if we make things too complex, that's the enemy of execution, right? If we're trying to,
Complexity, yeah.
yeah, if we're trying to get all this cool looking stuff and get all these cool looking equipment and try to do 10 things at once and try to put 10 pieces of equipment in one area to be used, it's like nothing can be very highly executed in that area anymore.
I agree. Like, that make me think, because it's like, because of the way things started going during the age of COVID, it made me begin to shy away from the idea of owning my own facilities. But now, seeing as how a lot of these private gyms are, it's like shit. I think it may be more beneficial that I own my own facility
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think anybody's really able to execute the type of vision that you have unless you do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, shit, I want some shit that's just like the PT suite, bro. That was beautiful. We
Mm-hmm.
had a bunch of space in there. Everything was well planned. Everything was visually pleasing.
Right.
And it's like, shit, we got work done in that space, bro. We had the necessities.
Right.
Now, I wouldn't necessarily say you need a kinesis class, but I want
Yeah.
one because I think that shit is cool,
It
bro.
was just cool. Yeah. I forgot
Have you
about that.
used it since?
Huh?
You haven't seen any kinesis since then, huh?
Mm-mm.
I wonder if they use that shit. Do they use it at A&M?
I used it a ton. I'm sure they do. I think the whole selling point of why it was created was for like because it's called kinesis class. So like you could like essentially
Group fitness,
arm.
small group
Yeah.
classes,
Yeah.
and not have to do with too much equipment. Like,
Right. Like you can do a lot. You could do a whole workout.
yeah, I mean, shit, all three planes, yeah.
Exactly. And I did use it in my classes. So I used it for its intended use. I think either that or even like I've come to really like the Kaiser machines.
Bro, so the facility that I might be with, they got a Kaiser. I was like, oh, I'm fucking with this.
Yeah.
They
I've come
got
to really
Kaiser,
like
they
them.
got force plates. I'm like,
Okay.
bro, this is all the shit that I
Performance.
learned about, but didn't necessarily use when I was at Exos.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
it's like now that I've been away from Exos for so long, I start to value that experience even more. So it's like
Me
I'm
too.
starting to wish I did shit a little bit differently, bro.
It was
Like I
awesome.
wish I would have been more of a student because it's like I wanted to coach, but it's
Hmm.
like you got to understand what it is you coaching.
Right. What did you learn from there, or what did you value from there that
Shit.
you're talking about?
Oh, so all right. So lately I've been immersed in the FRC system.
Hmm.
Um, have you done FRC?
I have not.
Bro, it's worth it. It's worth it. Probably the best cert I've taken.
Hmm.
Hands down, probably the best cert I've taken. Reason being, they explain shit in the simplest form. So the same way that Jacob wanted to explain exercise selection,
Hmm.
FRC reinforced in terms of looking at joint actions. So it's like in FRC, they're like, rather than thinking about exercises, thinking about lines of tissue, lines of muscle.
Hmm.
So it's like, rather than me doing a bicep curl, I'm utilizing this line of muscle,
Sure.
or this line of muscle,
Right.
or this line of tissue,
Right.
or I'm utilizing this line of muscle.
Hmm.
And it's like, it makes shit so much simpler as opposed to, okay, I need something with the elbow bending. I need
Yeah.
something with the shoulder
Right.
bending. Okay, I need something in this.
Yep.
It's like, nah,
This
bro, you don't need
muscle,
all
this
that shit.
muscle.
This muscle, this muscle. It's like, nah, bro. Like, for instance, they describe a squat. So the way that we were taught to progress a movement pattern is by breaking it down to its simplest form. But I say the thing that's wrong with that is we're still trying to train the body from the outside in.
Mm.
Like when we think about a squat, we need an ankle, we need a knee, we need a hip. If all three of those boxes check, well, if you can check all three of those boxes in terms of the range of motion required to execute that movement pattern, then it's not a hardware problem, it's a software problem.
Mm.
But see, we try to solve hardware problems with different software in
Right.
terms of if they can't do a squat, we try to provide them a different variation of squat as opposed to looking at the reasons why they can't squat. Okay, they
Sure.
don't have any dorsiflexion at the ankle. Okay, they don't have any flexion at the hip. Okay, they can't uh, flex the knee at this angle under load and maintain stability. So it's like when you able to check all of those boxes in terms of, okay, we have enough range of motion at the ankle. Okay, we have enough range and stability at the knee. Okay, we have enough range and stability at the hip. Well, if that's the case, it's like, all right, so why can't we squat then? We should be able to squat. As opposed to, okay, if they can't do a squat, okay, well, let's squat to a tall box. Let's
Sure.
make the box a little bit shorter, a little bit
Bench, yeah,
shorter.
whatever.
Okay, all right, let's go body weight squat.
Right.
Let's go goblet squat. Then let's go squat the box. Like, we're still trying to force them into a position that they don't own themselves.
Right. Forcing them into a box, quite literally.
Yeah, forcing them into a box.
Right.
Bro, what type of syrup do you use?
It's funny that you ask. I forgot to buy syrup, but I have honey, so I just ate them with honey, which
Yeah,
I've
I'm
done
using
before.
the real maple syrup.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like I was using agave.
Okay.
That shit was fucking me up, bro.
Really? I used agave last night too. I had some left over.
I felt like it was fucking me up because it's low glycemic,
Okay.
but like it still mimics the effects of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have like a quick rise in your shit, and then I feel like I be having like a quick decline.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I feel like I go up in energy, and then I feel like I hit the wall like super, super fast. Cause it's not that much sugar. Like it's high fructose.
Is that what it is? Agave?
Yeah, it's
Is it
high in
fructose?
fructose.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
Um,
was like,
so
fuck it,
far
bro.
so
I
good.
might as well. I might as well just go use the real thing.
Yeah.
It's like shit. If I'm trying to mimic the effects of sugar, I might as well just use real sugar.
Yeah. Or real maple syrup rather than
A real maple syrup
yeah,
as
rather than
opposed
whatever.
to
Actual high
yeah.
fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, to make it seem sweeter, but it's like, nah, I feel like that should be fucking people up. Cause I feel like that's kind of like doing those 0-calorie sweeteners.
Mm-hmm.
Like the artificial sweeteners.
Right.
That's exactly how I felt with that. Bro, so what else you been on lately?
Oh man, I love your floor.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Bro,
man.
my shit is like a gym, bro. I got Vipers, I got stick mobility,
Yep.
kettlebells, adjustable dumbbells. I got some clubs, some maces. I got some Dynamax balls. Got a few yoga mats, boxing gloves, resistance bands, ankle weights. I got pull-up clamps, TRX. I got damn near everything you can think of in here, bro.
Right. I love it. What are you on the first floor?
Now I'm on the fourth. I used to be on the first.
Okay.
So it's like now I don't train inside of the house as much. But that's because like I know I got people underneath me.
Right. Yeah, I
And
was
it's
gonna
like
ask
I
about
kind of
the
got
slam balls, the Dynamax balls.
I got tired of training at home, bro. Now I train at Lifetime.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, bro. Because I was listening to an audiobook and they were saying we should have one space, one use.
I've heard that too. Where else have you implemented that? Or where
So
specifically?
I
Gym?
try to do it here. Wait, you said what?
Yeah, so is that one of the places where you've done it? Like one space, one use. That's what you said, your living room.
Yeah, so my living room, this is pretty much where I train.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is where I train all of my clients. I can go to Lifetime to work on myself. Just a different energy, different vibe. Like it feels different when you go somewhere to execute something,
Yeah.
as opposed to trying to muster that shit at home. It's like
Sure.
at home, my energy is familiar with
Right.
relaxation and chilling.
Right.
And it's like shit for me to try to regulate myself, and it's too much.
Less distraction.
Less distraction, bro. Cause it's like I train in here already, like doing virtuals and shit, to where it's like I don't even really just want to train myself here.
Mm-hmm. Because it's your area of work.
Yeah, it's my area of work. It's like when I work out, I feel like that's like me investing back into myself.
Mm-hmm.
And work is the same, but it's like work, I feel like is me investing into my livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Your
shit, I feel
purpose.
like me going to the gym is me making a deposit.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
feel like if I was to work out here, I'll be making a withdrawal.
Sure. And you got to go to the bank to put in money. So you're just going to
You
the
got to
bank.
go to the bank to put in money. I'm just
Yeah.
going to the bank. That's it. That's it. Cause it's like shit, dope, bro. Whenever I look at my Instagram page, I used to not like my shit because I was like, I'm not good at Instagram. I don't really know like what content to put out. But it's like that shit don't matter. Like I just
uh-uh.
started putting out more and more shit. And it's like now I'm at that point where it's like, hey bro, what do you do? Oh shit, I'm a trainer. Check out my Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, go check my shit out, bro. It's
And they
like,
see it and they're like, oh shit.
yeah, now it's like a symbol of pride. It's like, yeah, hey, go watch me work, bro. I
Yeah.
got some shit on there. Like,
Yeah.
go check me out.
Yeah. I love it, man. That's great. That's a good point because now you're putting yourself out to the world, which you do anyways, but now it's out there to where people can see it even in the past. And it's, hey, I know you've heard about me word of mouth, but go check me out and go look at these 200 posts or whatever to where you can
Bro,
go
we
through it.
getting there.
It's not just
And
yesterday,
now,
it's every day.
now I got the motivational shit on there too.
Uh-huh.
And I've been putting the motivational quotes on there every day, like these past few days. Cause like I've been doing that shit on my story for like past 4 or 5 months. So it's
Mm-hmm.
something I do anyways, but it's like now I'm putting it on like an actual picture with the words and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
like it can reach an even broader audience. And it's like shit, this is shit that I was doing anyways. It's like I might as well receive profit from it.
Mm-hmm.
I might as well create shit, there's no telling who could use that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I said some shit today. I was like, bro, this shit dope. I posted up right before we got on the call. It was like good communication is food for the mind. A good vibe is food for the heart.
Mm.
Good energy is food for the soul.
Mm.
And it was like communicate with vibes that raise your energy.
Uh-huh.
Mind the nourishment of heart to strengthen the soul.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
Wow.
okay, a little wordplay. Like
Yeah.
mind, mind the nourishment of heart
Uh-huh.
to protect the soul.
Wow.
Yeah,
And that's
that's
life,
some
man.
shit.
That's powerful, man. Man, that's
Yeah,
I
that shit
love
give me
that,
that.
man, because that's life. And all of it makes sense, right? All of it makes sense. And to put it to encapsulate it in just a few words, that's why I talk to you, man. That's what it is, man. It's like it's giving
Bro,
me energy, it's giving me life, it's giving me nourishment. Like I feel
it is,
stimulated. I feel my heart right now, bro. That thing made my eyes
bro.
water. Like
Communicate with vibes
right.
that raise your energy. It's like communication is for the mind, and that's what this is. It's mentally stimulating,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a good vibe is food for the heart. You've always been a good vibe, so like my heart has always been open,
Right.
and it's
And
like together, it's like shit. The vibration, two high vibrations, just give you an even higher vibration,
yeah.
and then it's like shit. Good energy is for the soul. Your soul is like your essence. That's your aura. That's how people are able to still feel you even when they're not in your presence. Or shit, when you're not here no more.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people will always remember your energy, bro. Like that's some shit that's gonna forever be on earth. Energy can't be destroyed nor created.
Mm.
And neither can the soul. So it's
Right.
like, oh, that shit deep. I ain't even
Hey,
intend all of that, bro.
I'm recording this, bro, so I got it. Oh man,
I wouldn't even,
that's beautiful.
bro. I said some shit the other day. This is something that you would really resonate with. It was talking about vision, and it said that vision is when you can realize that you can realize
Yep.
your reality.
Yep. I saw that.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
was
that.
like, bro, that's dope. As like you can realize that you can realize,
Uh-huh.
like you can manifest the unseen and make it seen, make it tangible.
Right.
So it's like when you got vision, that's you taking some shit from a world that nobody else has visualized, and you bringing it into this world.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a transfer of consciousness, bro. That shit dope.
Yep.
That shit dope.
And then
You
they
can
see it.
realize your reality.
And that's kind of like, even going back to what we were saying earlier, that's like that leader. That's the person that creates something new, right? Where it's when you do that, and it was funny, what came to mind is like when you do that, that's when people are like, oh shit, how'd you think of that? Like, or even then they're like, damn, like you became an overnight success. And it's like, no, I've been pulling from this reality for years. And that's what it is, man. Is like, is seeing that with your real eyes and seeing it and creating it to be true in this world. Like, it's alchemy. It's turning lead into gold, you know, and it's creating something new from something else that was there. Like, for instance, like if I was still listening this way, like if there's a bunch of trash, and then is that a big beanbag?
Hell no, bro. So this shit is an investment.
What?
This shit is an investment. Hold on. Bro, so I had bought this in January.
Uh-huh.
And what's crazy, the same day I bought it, bro, 2 hours later I got into a fucking car accident.
Wow.
So I had bought that,
yeah,
and I had bought like another one that's similar, and I had spent like $3,000 in total.
Okay.
And the reason I did it is like when I first sat on it, bro, I had went to the mall to get something else.
Okay.
But when I had first sat on it, I was like, bro, this shit is so fucking comfortable. Like, it was more comfortable than any couch I've ever sat on.
Right.
And I was like, shit, why would I buy a couch?
Uh-huh.
When I know that I'm gonna still use my living room to do all of my training. Like,
right.
I wanna maximize my space.
Mm-hmm.
Like we was talking about. And so I was like, shit, it's just me. Whenever I move, I can always change the cover. I can take it with me. Mm-hmm. Like, that's something that I wouldn't throw away. Whereas like a couch, you move, you get a new couch, you throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, damn, okay. And it's like the comfort was unparalleled, bro. So I was like, fuck it, let me be a comfort connoisseur.
Yeah.
And invest in this.
It's shit. An investment.
It's an investment. It's called a Lovesac.
That's what I was trying to think of the name.
It is beyond comfortable, bro.
Wow.
Like, you sit in it, like it's made with like some type of high quality foam. So it's not like beanbag pellets. It's like, just think of like some super, super, super soft ass foam. And like your body just like melts into it. You just conform into it.
You just sink into it. Do you meditate and sleep in it? What do you do?
See, that's all right. So I have another one. I have one in my room. The one in my room is called the pillow sack.
Okay.
So I spend a lot of time in that one. I don't really spend as much time in this one.
Uh-huh.
But that's because, like, shit, when I'm in my room, I be chilling. I've been playing the PlayStation less. Because I was like, damn, bro, like, I play the PlayStation so often, I'm getting good at PlayStation. But what am I not getting good at?
Right.
So it's like, should I put the PlayStation down? I just sit in the pillow sack. Low key, a lot of the time I'm in there editing my post, looking at my videos throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that shit take a lot of time, but it's worth it. It's like, shit, I got to do it until I can pay somebody else to do it for me. So
totally. And it's, what you just brought up is you're saying yes to that, meaning your Instagram posts, your livelihood, your business, your purpose, and you're saying no to other things such as PlayStation, such as whatever else. And then when you're saying yes to PlayStation, you're saying no
to business and Instagram.
Right.
And
right.
Absolutely.
I was listening to an interview yesterday. I'm going to finish it today, and with Ryan Holiday and James Clear. James Clear wrote Atomic
Habits.
Yeah.
And Ryan Holiday is
Obstacles Away, all that.
I got both of them audiobooks.
Enemy. Yeah. Yeah. So I love Ryan Holiday, and this is my first time listening to James Clear, but they were saying that word for word. Actually, I wrote it in my journal right by me, where when you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to everything else. And when you're saying yes, it's a responsibility. Whereas when you're saying no, it's an option to choose whatever else you want to do. And that can be used for great or that can be used for not great. So if I say yes to investing in myself, I'm saying no to not investing in myself, right? If I buy a weight or if I put the floor mats in my living room, I'm saying yes to this is an area of me getting better, getting more physically vibrant, health, energy, and helping others. And I'm saying no to putting a TV here, and I'm saying no to putting a couch here. You know what I mean? I'm saying no to whatever else, to things that may not adhere to the certain lifestyle that I want to live. And it's like the same
Bro,
thing with your room where I do that with mine. Actually, I heard that too, where it's like keeping, especially your bedroom. I heard about your bedroom for sleep. Like your bedroom has to have one purpose, and that's like relaxation and sleep. And ever since then, like I don't have anything in my bedroom. Like my bedroom, I go to sleep, I wake up, I come out here, and this is where I do everything. Because it's that same thing, right? If I don't say no to putting a TV in my room and whatever else, or let's say I have other stuff in there, well then I'm gonna be saying yes to, oh, this is where I stay up and I watch movies until 1 a.m. or whatever, versus no, whenever I come in here at 10 p.m., my ass is out. But then I wake up at 6 a.m. the next day and I'm on the day early.
yeah, bro. Like in my last apartment, I didn't really have anywhere to sit inside of my room besides my bed. Cause it's like living room was damn near gym,
Mm-hmm.
and then bedroom was like chill room. So it's like shit. I guess we could say like my space was like maximized, like
Mm-hmm.
to where like when I'm in there watching TV, playing the game and shit, I'm sitting in my bed. So you could say like life happened in my bed damn
Mm-hmm.
near. I didn't like that shit. So this apartment, I invested in the furniture so I could have one use for my bed, and that's to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's like I didn't like being in the bed because a lot of times you're gonna be sitting there, you're gonna get tired of sitting up, you're gonna lay down. But it's like shit, I'm not trying to lay down at 4 o'clock.
Right.
I'm not trying to lay down at 12 p.m.
Right.
So it was like I stopped that shit. You said when you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. These past 2 weeks, I've been doing yoga daily.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been taking cold showers. So it's like I had like a physical challenge and a mental challenge. And it's like yoga, sometimes it'd be like 2 hours. And I'm like, fuck, bro, that's 2 hours out of my day. But it's like at the same time, me saying yes to that is me saying no to 2 hours on Call of Duty,
Mm-hmm.
or 2 hours on 2K, or
Mm-hmm.
2 hours on Madden. Because I realized the cheapest part about having a PlayStation 5 is buying a PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought that shit overpriced.
Mm-hmm.
I did. But I'm like, damn, the cheapest part is actually buying the PlayStation.
What's
Because
the
you
most
invest
expensive?
so playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of these games require so much time. For instance, Call of
Time.
Duty. They got some shit called a battle pass where it's 100 tiers. It probably takes around an hour per tier.
Mm-hmm.
So that's at least like 100
Mm-hmm.
hours just to get all the way to the end. And that's at minimum 100 hours to play it
Right.
all the way through. And then they come and they have like,
And
we
that
got a
could be a
double XP
certification.
weekend. Yeah, we got a double XP weekend. We got double weapon XP. We got
Sure.
double battle pass XP. And now people like, oh, it's double. Let me spend more time on it.
Right.
But it's a ploy. It's like because you think it's double, you are gonna spend more time on our servers.
Sure.
Or it's like 2K. In order for you to be like a legend, that shit gonna take like at least like a good 10, 12 days of gameplay, if
Mm.
not more. 12 days of
Yeah.
gameplay.
Right.
So that's like 12 times 24 plus some.
Oof.
Yeah, it's like you gotta grind to get your attributes up, and then you gotta grind to get your special abilities,
Mm-hmm.
which are your badges. And you playing against people that don't have jobs.
Yeah. Right.
It's like, how are you gonna have a job and compare with those who don't have jobs and play this shit for a living?
Right.
So it's like you gotta make the choice, bro. It's like, fuck, am I willing to sacrifice all of this time to be competitive at this shit? Or do I just say, fuck it, let me spend this time on something else that I know I can be better at because I only enjoy this shit for entertainment?
Mm-hmm. And
So
it's like, what am I doing it for? Like, what is my purpose
yeah.
in this, right? And it's like, am I buying time? Am I spending time? Or am I investing
Mm.
time? Like even that, bro. You talking about your sayings, right? It's the same thing with me, man.
Hey, if you see that shit on Instagram, bro,
Yeah. I put my name next to it. No.
got you. Ryan B, I got you.
Yeah.
Are you buying time?
Uh
God damn. Are you
uh-huh.
buying time?
Are you
Are you
spending time
spending time?
or are you
Or
investing
are you
time?
investing time? Bro, that's huge.
Mm-hmm. And that's a question
That's
I
huge.
ask myself a lot, man. Because even that, it's like it's funny. Like I'll even be writing in my journal, and I catch myself. It's like, do I want to spend time journaling? Do I want to spend time meditating? Or do I want to invest time journaling? Do I want to invest time meditating? Right. So even like the way that it's framed by me changes the experience. Like, oh, do I have to go train or do I get to go train? Right.
Bro, I'm glad you said that shit. I wrote that shit. So, like, lately, I've been writing my goals down in my sketchbook. Cause like a sketchbook is damn near like a vision book. Like you sketching, you pulling something from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, shit, that's the same with your dreams and your goals.
Right.
That's a book of creativity. So I'm like, fuck it. Why don't I start writing my workouts in here? I write
Mm.
my whole damn life in that shit now.
Oh.
And it's like, I was listening to Jay Shetty and Big Sean.
Uh-huh.
He said the exact same thing. He was like, I had to prioritize the way that I was looking at the way that I spent my day.
Right.
And he was like, okay, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. I get to do all of these things.
Right.
And when you change the way that you phrase it, it takes on a whole different energy. It's like, fuck, bro, I gotta talk to Ryan at 10. We gotta record this shit. Nah, bro, I get to talk to Ryan at 10. We get to
Right.
record this shit. This shit
Right.
dope, bro. We get to go back and a whole difference.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, bro, I gotta train this client at 11. Bro, I get to train this client at 11.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's different. It has a whole different energetic makeup.
Right. And it's like you doing that sets the stage for success. And then you setting the stage for success or seeing the success in what you do builds the momentum. So even like for a habit that you want to learn where it's, oh, okay, you know what, I get to work out tomorrow at 10 a.m. And you show up and you do it and you're like, man, I got to do that. You kill it. And then the next day, same thing, man, I get to do this. Or I get to go home. And like for me, I don't know if I told you I got a dog. So like I walk him a lot and he's a puppy, so he's really young. So I have to exercise him a lot, which is the same thing. That's why I got him, because now I get to go outside so much more and I'm so much more
Hmm.
active and just experiencing nature and just taking them on walks. Whereas normally I wouldn't necessarily be doing something that I didn't want to do, but I'd be inside maybe working on my computer or something. But now I'm outside a lot more. Well, it's the same thing. It's like, man, I get home from a long day of training. Like, I don't have to walk him. I get to walk him, and then I get to wind down. I get to relax my day from walking my dog and experience nature outside. It's that same thing. And then me doing that over and over builds that momentum of becoming a successful habit or becoming something I appreciate rather than shutting myself down or shutting the action down and saying that I have to. Because if I say I have to attend this master class that I'm doing later or whatever it is that's going to help me in my success in my business, that's not going to set me up to enjoy the process very much, rather than, oh, I get to study for the certification. It really puts your mind in a state to where you start to see so much more benefit rather than so much more work or so much more have to.
You're right. Because the work is irrelevant when you got the goal in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And see, I think that's the thing, bro. It's like when we look at everything that we have to do, all we focused on is the amount of work it takes us to get to where we want to be. Whereas when we focus on like what we get to do, we focus on where we want to be, and it don't matter how much we got to get there,
Mm-hmm.
because we know that ultimately we're gonna get there.
Right. And it's like the
Bro.
why behind it too. It's like, oh, why do I want to get there? Why does this matter to me? And it's deeper than just a to-do list. Like even then, bro, like I've gotten away from to-do lists. I do not like to-do lists. So
Either.
yeah, I told you that I love listening to Tony Robbins, and one thing that he does, he calls it the RPM, where it's the rapid planning method, or results based, purpose driven, and then massive action plan. So it's just you start out with the outcome. It's not even like, I do this pretty much most days. It's not even what is my goal today? No, because that's still to do. It's what are my outcomes today? What are my results today? Like what is the end? What is the result that I want? And then starting with the big, huge picture, and then building backwards and saying, just like you said, like, you know where you want to go, and you just build backwards from there. And then you go to the purpose, what is this, or why is this an absolute must? Why is this extremely important to me, this outcome? Well, my outcome today was, it's Easter. I'm connecting with you. I haven't talked to you in a minute. I'm connecting with my parents. My outcome was living a day where I feel fulfilled in my relationships, my deep relationships, feel passionate, and then feeling great about the energy, the life that I'm investing in myself with what I'm doing. I'm studying for the CSCS. I'm watching that YouTube video with Ryan Holiday and James Clear. And then I went to, okay, why is this an absolute must? And the same thing there, where it's like, well, these are the people that are in my life that I care about, and that they care about me. And like, it's not even surface at this point. These are the people that I truly care about, that I still talk to this day, because we're brothers, because I feel you and you feel me, and it's the love is there. And it's like, I have other relationships that I see people every day, but I know they wouldn't care if something happened to me, and that's cool. That's okay. But it's me getting closer to the people that I know I care about, and the people that I know I love, and the people that I appreciate, and the people that every time I talk to, it's like you said, I feel fed from them, and then I can give sustenance to them and help them feel fed. And so that was my purpose. And then the massive action plan was just me saying, okay, what can I efficiently do to achieve my outcome, right? And it's that same thing where it's like, I can schedule a Zoom call with Eddie, send a 30-second text on Tuesday night, and then here we are talking. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
And it's that same thing where you're putting it, and you're realizing your real eyes, you're creating your vision. It's that same thing, man, but it's just starting big and then building backwards.
Hey, that's dope, bro. Hey, this was a great investment of time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, should I appreciate that?
I can't hear you. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, let's reconnect next week, bro.
I love it, bro. We'll do the same
All right.
thing.
Hey, stay blessed, homie.
Hey, happy Easter, man. I love you, bro.
Happy Easter, bro. Love you too. Peace.
Yep. Peace.